right. Ready? Okay. Buenos, half a day, everybody. Can you please take your seats? We're just about ready to start. Half a day. Good morning. Buenos. My name is Joni Kerr. I'm a faculty in math and science here at Guam Community College. I am so pleased to welcome all of you today to the second annual Marianas Terrestrial Conservation Conference and Workshop and Brown Tree Snake Meeting. GCC is very proud to be here with us today. I would like to acknowledge the presence of a couple of distinguished guests, and that would be a couple of women who I had the honor of meeting and getting to know over the past 2 years. That would be Senator-elect Dr. Kelly Marsh and Senator-elect Sabina Perez. Thank you very much for coming. I would also at this time like to acknowledge my colleagues in the Math and Science Department and also the collaboration and sponsorship of our Environmental Technician Certification Program, where we aim to have trainable students and ready to do the kind of jobs that you're doing with some training, but at least we're hoping to offer that kind of student product to the community with this program. At this moment, I would like to introduce the president of the Guam Community College, Dr. Mary Okada, for welcoming remarks. Dr. Okada.
Half a day and good morning to all of you. Half a day. Okay, that's great. Thank you so much. I'd like to welcome you all to the Guam Community College. As Joni mentioned, we are proud to be a host for this conference and look forward to all the information that you have to share. I'd like to give special recognition, of course, to the students that are here this morning. Because it's the work that you provide and the research that you provide that are going to help these students in their studies that will support our environment through the next several years and, of course, in the long run. I looked at your schedule. It looks like you're going to have at the end the next several days.
Thanks everyone for coming. I'm Haldre. I'm an assistant professor at Iowa State University, and I'd like to recognize all of the wonderful people who have been working so hard to put this conference on. So you heard already from Joni Kerr from Guam Community College, and Anne-Marie Gowell is right here as well. They've been really instrumental in making this happen. Also, Adrian Lorenzo from NOAA, Christiana Kanada from the Navy is working on all the field trips. You'll hear from her in just a second. Carl Torres has been really helpful in getting this room set up and all of the AV equipment. Diane Weiss from DAWR has been working on the career fair, which will be tonight. And Kevin Dunmore from, sorry about this misspelling, Kevin, from Fish and Wildlife Service. For organizing the connection with the BTS project, or the BTS meetings over this week. and Roque Rosario for setting up all of the AV equipment. And Tammy Mildenstein and Jen Horg have been helpful with the reviewing abstracts and getting the scientific portion of the presentation together of the conference. I'd also just like to give a shout out to the students from Guam Community College who are manning some of the food stations back there and the registration table. And just Aaron Fitz designed the logo that you see on some of the these at the very beginning of the first slide. She's a Ecology of Bird Loss Project intern sitting over here. And I'll also note that this year we did a better job of getting sponsorship than last year. So we had sponsors from Western Pacific Tropical Research Center, the RCUOG, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, which is supporting the networking night at the museum tomorrow. HTR Incorporated is supporting the snacks for the conference, and the Environmental Technician Certification Program at GCC, Iowa State University, and the Rosario family, who will be doing a lot of the catering for tomorrow night. Just a few little notes for your information. So the bathrooms are outside on your left. The lunch is provided on both days from, we have Pika's that'll be catering sandwiches and salads. If you're a student, it's free, $5 for non-students. That supplements the funding that we've received. So it's not the full cost, but hopefully you will all stick around for lunch and use that as an opportunity to network and just have lots of great conversation about terrestrial conservation. We are trying to make this as close to a zero waste event as possible. So please use the recycling and composting opportunities that will be in the back. So look carefully before you throw anything out. If you have a cup, we are trying to, I believe there should be markers around so you can write your name in your cup and just continue to use it for the day or two. And yeah, so please be conscientious. We will have our speakers will be, there'll be an opportunity to ask questions at the end of every talk, and we'll have a panel at the end of each section. So there are additional things going on over here on this really cool Guam table. If you've noticed, it's in the shape of Guam. Check it out. So one of those is that Aaron, who I mentioned earlier, is selling some postcards or some like postcard-sized prints of a couple drawings she made of Joni Sali and Ifit. They're $2 each, and half of the proceeds go to support the post-typhoon recovery in Saipan. Also at this table, Hugo Thierry, who's a postdoc in my lab, in collaboration with myself and Dara Wald, who's also at Iowa State University, are running what we're calling a game, Rewilding Guam, and there's two different parts to it, and we want everyone to participate. It's a chance for you to create your personal vision for Guam, for conservation on Guam in 2028. That's the first part. And then the second part will be working in a team to collectively enact that vision over the next 10 years. And that will happen at lunch today, tomorrow, and then also this afternoon at 4:30. Takes maybe 45 minutes to an hour, so it'll be, that whole lunch period you'd be working with your group. And so we will have people at the break. We'll hand out some of these maps, and you can go over and interact with the folks at the table to get the stickers you need to make your little map of Guam, and then have you sign up for one of the sessions, the 3 sessions. So please jump in. It should be pretty fun. Hugo's been working really hard on creating this game. And ultimately, we want you all to think about this so that we can have a conversation at the end of the day tomorrow focused on this. And I know there's a lot of you from CNMI here. Our hope is that we can do something similar about CNMI next year when our conference is in Saipan. So hopefully we can learn from this experience and think about what we want to see for conservation in the CNMI next year. I'm gonna let Christiana Canada. Christiana, are you here somewhere? Yeah, here we go. Do you wanna tell us a little bit about the field trips? Come on up.
Day, everyone. Christiana Kanata, Natural Resources Specialist with Marine Corps Activity Guam. So I will be I am the Marianas Terrestrial Conservation Conference field trip coordinator. So field trips. So they're happening Thursday, November 15th. And there are 4 options. And then I think tonight there is a brown tree snake search with Michaela. Is that right? Okay. So just generally, all field trips, we ask that you be prepared. If you're going on the DoD field trip, you should receive an email. I'll respond confirming it because we do have a long list of people, so there is a wait list. So I will have everyone confirmed by Wednesday afternoon. So for DoD field trips, have all forms of ID. Make sure to bring water, bring your water containers. We'll have a water cooler for each field trip. We just ask that you bring your own container. Bring some snacks. I'll provide some, like granola bars and things like that. But if you have allergies or other preferences, please bring your own. Sunscreen, hats, comfortable hiking and walking shoes. Most of these will, you'll have to walk or hike. So the DoD conservation option. So it's a 2-part site visit. The first thing will be, 3 parts. First visit, unit. We will not be going inside, but we will be observation on Anderson for the recovery of listed species. Then we will go to the Northern Forest Enhancement Area on the top. Do some hiking. It's not on any trails, so we ask that whoever is going to be joining us on this trip, that they're aware that we will be boonie stomping. And we'll also see so we'll talk about a little bit more of what the Marine seating. We're only allowing 21 people because it's a little more difficult. And again, I will send out emails if you have responded, if you signed up online. It's hiking and walking intensive. Base access is a requirement. Transportation. So all field trips will start here at GCC, the parking lot. The vans will be provided for the DoD conservation projects. The van will leave at 8 a.m., drive up to Anderson, do all of the pass and ID stuff. If you choose to bring your own car because you have to break away for some part of it, or you just want to bring your own car, please meet us 8:30 at the Anderson Visitor Center in front of the main gate. Second field trip option is Gov Guam Conservation Area. This will be led by Forestry. So this event, you will need to drive your own car. Again, you can meet up here at GCC. Maybe we can plan some carpooling. So you drive down. This is down south in the Kotal Conservation Area. Is that the right area? You see where the arrow is? Is that right? Okay. It's on Cross Island Road. That's all I know. Again, I'm not leading it, so you're in good hands with Forestry. They know what they're talking about. Okay. So again, they're going to talk, briefly about forestry methods, the restoration techniques they've applied in that area, native outplantings, and maybe the threats to Conanum Nature Park. So this is in the heart of Dedido. You can kind of see, I think it's about, I want to say it's 10 acres. In the heart of Dedido, they have a native forest area. They also have some fruit forests. The themes that will be explored is environmental education, conservation, food security, and community. The fourth option is University of Guam Center of Island Sustainability. So it's a site visit to CIS's facilities, going to the vegetable garden, learning about native and endemic plants and their ethnobotanical uses. So vegetable garden to their nursery, as well as to their green roofs. So this will be led by the CIS group by Elsa and Phil Cruz. Haldre, are they meeting here? Okay. So again, all field trips meet here around 8 a.m. The CIS people, you don't have a far trek, so that would be a good option if you're just planning on, if you can only commit to a certain amount of hours for these field trips. So I guess tonight there's brown tree snake searching with Michaela. Oh, whoops. How do you do that? That is me.
Just right over here, there's a little, there you go, click on that.
So tonight, starting at 7 p.m., brown tree snake searching in Marble Cave. I guess the location is tentative. Or Michaela, do you want to speak to it? What?
But we'll meet here, but go to
Okay, so meet here at 7 p.m. Meet here at 7 p.m. if you'd like to look for brown tree snakes. Okay, so I will be hanging around for about 10 minutes or so. I will have a list of people of who will be attending these field trips. If you, yes, so come see me if you have any questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're switching computer, right?
No, I'm still going. I have stuff to check, yeah. Yeah, so if you aren't sure which field trip you're on, we will have a list of who is on each field trip that we can check in with you at the registration desk or with Christiana before she leaves. And we would like people to sign up for the brown tree snake searching so we know how many people to expect and give you some information about that. So we will have a sign up for that also at the front sheet. And there may be a way for you to meet us at the location. Michaela, you want to raise your hand, Michaela? Where are you here? I don't know where she is, but yeah, she's gonna and is going to be organizing that with Patrick Barnard, where I believe we have at least this many people. I think we've gotten verbal commitments from all of you to stand at a desk and talk about the types of jobs that you might offer for people at these organizations. And if any of you want to join and you might offer jobs in the Marianas, please jump in. That's 5 to 7 in this room. And I'll just note that I have gotten several emails from students who are asking where it is, who's going to be there, that have interest in this. So hopefully we will have a bunch of Guam Community College and University of Guam students, among others. And then tomorrow night from 6 to 8:30 at the Guam Museum, after everything is finished, we'll have a networking night with some posters and heavy appetizers and drinks and just kind of a chance to hang out. So please keep that on your schedule. And that's all I have. Oh, actually, 2 other little announcements. One is that we're postponing the Lifetime Achievement Award until tomorrow at the end of the day so that our recipient can receive it. And then we also are live streaming this so that people who aren't here can be watching it. And we'll have the link on the event webpage, on the event page on Facebook as well as on our website in a second. So if you know people who can't be here and are interested, it's the Marianas Terrestrial Conservation Conference YouTube site, and there's a live stream on that. So for speakers, when you are here, please stand here so that we can get your video and hear you as you speak, as opposed to walking all around. All right, that's all we have for announcements. I think we're ready for our first talk. We're going to get it set up. It might take just a second, though, so hold on.
So you can quit this.
Oh, that's really messed up.
Just shut down the PowerPoint.
Okay. Let's go with, where are the, there we go. Sorry. Okay. So I want to just connect to mine and not live stream this and download Zoom on use mine for the presentation?
We can do
Yeah,
that.
okay.